All right, and welcome to AD Nightly, the weeknightly show that you love. And I'm your host, Ben Boquist. Thanks so much for tuning in and, downloading, liking, subscribing, hitting up the Substack, getting some okay numbers. Got 10 subscribers. And, I think the last time I checked, my last story had like 16, 17 reads, which is cool for me. Take that. And yeah, just really appreciate people interacting and following. And, obviously a lot of people disagree with whatever it is I say. Recently, I've been doing these, I don't even know what you call them, articles, essays on just basic behavior. It's fun. Just things I've been mulling around and thinking about for these 35 years I've been kicking about these facilities on Earth. And yeah, no, it's pretty cool. So appreciate that. Check out my Substack at Ben Boquist. And you can like donate and like pay a little bit. Pretty much, I think I have it set to be like pay anything you want. So, monetarily, help a Ben out. Times are tough for all Ben kind. Go to the benologicalsociety.org, get my contacts, and you can book me for your bar mitzvah, your quinceanera, your 15th or 16th or 13th birthday, non-denominational, really anything you want. I'll do corporate events. I might make you feel really bad about being corporate, but I will do corporate events. There's so much going on, though. So back to the show, AD Nightly. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is a Monday, which is my Tuesday night, which is my morning. So it's basically Tuesday morning to me. So if you could observe that, I'd sure appreciate it. Either way, regardless, we've got a couple cool stories. We're going to start with a good one and end with a fun one, and a couple bullshits in the middle, because that's how we got to roll. Got to roll like that tonight. This is one that I saw pop up yesterday and was like, oh, great, another plane crash. But I didn't even read the story. Go and read the story later. And it turns out a plane with 16 people on it crashed in Tennessee. No fatalities. How does that happen? It's kind of a miracle, modern revel. There's the plane. So, it wasn't a super easy crash. Obviously, it didn't catch completely on fire like most do, so that's something. All right, so this story from CNN.com. Several people are receiving medical treatment after a skydiving plane with 20 passengers and crew on board crashed in Coffee County, Tennessee, about 60 miles south of Nashville, according to the city of Tullahoma, where the crash occurred Sunday afternoon. 3 people were airlifted to hospitals for medical treatment, while one person with serious injuries was transported by ground, according to Lyle Russell, a city spokesperson, saying, quote, other minor injuries were treated by first responders at the scene. No one died in the crash near the Tullahoma Regional Airport, according to Russell, who added no one on the ground was injured either. Highway Patrol video shows damage to the plane's tail, which appears to have broken off along with other parts of the aircraft. Yellow caution tape is seen in the video, blocking off the area where the plane came to rest while officials investigate the scene. The plane, the de Havilland DH-6 Twin Otter, departed Tullahoma Airport at approximately 12:30 local time Sunday. Federal Aviation Administration is investigating the crash. According to Russell, the National Transportation Safety Board said Monday it's also investigating and will release a preliminary report within 30 days. So yeah, how about that? 16 people spared by the grace of, I don't know, aeronautics. What do you call that? Just overall floatiness. Great. That's cool. And, God, man, I just think of the the 16 people and how they're feeling. Like to have survived that, it's insane. It's really something. And just it's kind of like shake your head, just like all these plane crashes going on. What obviously my theory, I got to give you my opinion, my theoretical opinion, I guess, is there's just so many. It's like cars on the road. There's so many planes that probably shouldn't be flying, and it's one of those things. Like, how do you tell somebody to buy a new plane or like get the money to fix it? It's crazy. Can there be a cash for flyer clunkers program that we get going or something? Or maybe, I don't know, make ground travel less of a hassle? Really wouldn't work for skydiving planes, but there's got to be a solution. The numbers are bumping up, and it's, to me, correlative with the inflated price of airplane mechanics and all that kind of stuff, materials more so than like the actual mechanics, but parts. Talk about parts, and yeah, I think that's the answer to just have more stringent regulations as far as is this plane fit to fly kind of thing. And then pretty much the middle of this episode, we're going to talk about what's happening in L.A. right now with the riots. I mean, that's not a new thing. L.A. riots kind of go hand in hand, right? But this is different. This is very different these last few days. Trump is, chomping at the bit his whole presidency to turn the troops on the American people. So they're doing that. They've now ordered the National Guard under federal control to quell these legal protests and I'll say pressurized, stoked by who they're protesting against with the rubber bullets and whatnot, as it goes, as it usually is, the story, that is. Less National Guard and 700 Marines, apparently, which I saw a great comment, which is like, okay, so that means that all the ICE agents will be sleeping in hotels when the National Guard and Marines can just sleep on the ground somewhere because, of course, last minute, seat of the pants decision with straight from the top, the executive. So, great. If he doesn't care. I mean, we'll probably buy them all McDonald's, or say he will, and then just leave and be like, oh, I thought someone took care of that because I said it. So that's happening. We'll give you a little story so I could be a little bit profesh about this. There's also another funny story where ICE agents mistakenly detained a U.S. Marshal in Arizona. So, I mean, you didn't have that guy's ID? Live updates from AP News on the L.A. protests. Trump authorizes deployment of additional 2,000 National Guard members. So they're going to respond to immigration protests in Los Angeles. According to the Pentagon's chief spokesperson, the latest order brings the total number of guards put on the federal order to the protest more than 4,100. The news comes hours after the Pentagon deployed about 700 Marines to the protests to the city. Marines deployed. The troops will be used to, quote, protect federal property and personnel, including immigration agents, and are prohibited from performing law enforcement duties under the Posse Comitatus Act. The Pentagon is drafting guidelines that will explain the Marines what they can and cannot do, a U.S. official said. So, in retort, California is suing Trump. The state sued the president over his deployment of the Guard troops as growing numbers of demonstrators took the city streets for a fourth day. California Attorney General Rob Bonta announced the lawsuit by telling reporters that Trump had, quote, trampled the state's sovereignty. Absolutely. Trump also threatens to arrest Newsom, saying, quote, "I would do it if I were there, if I were Tom. I think it's great. I think it's great," Trump said. Referencing Tom Homan, the administrator's Board czar, who warned that anyone, including public officials, would be arrested if they obstructed federal immigration enforcement. "Come after me, arrest me, let's get this over with, tough guy," Newsom said in response. Which, not the biggest Newsom fan, but standing up for his people. Give him props for that, even if it may be a little theatrical. Is what it is. And at this point, it's something that we knew Trump was trying to do. He basically stoked this into happening, rhetorically, rhetorically. I don't know, it's the same. For the past, I don't know, 8 years or so, 10 years, 12? Yeah, what's it been? Who knows? What year is it? Yeah, about 8, 9 years. This has kind of been his thing. Thugs, nasty people, all that, bad hombres. You remember all that years ago. And even to the point where even some of their own community has turned on them. And to this point, I think those people feel bad, probably, at this point. But, it wasn't them. Maybe they got duped, but it wasn't them. It wasn't their bad thing, as Thurman Merman would say. So, don't beat yourself up over it if you were, maybe, I'm trying to say, not exactly agreeing, but even just standing in the background, letting things happen. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's kind of a cyclical thing, the authoritarianism and whatnot. It's just sad. It's scary to see it happening in America, especially for the first time. That we've had the cameras rolling, at least. It's crazy. And it sucks. It's ridiculous, I think. Terrorism begets terrorism. I say that all the time. And what ICE is doing is terroristic. Simple as that. Also, an idea I have about the situation is that it's like they're manufacturing another economic crisis. Like, of course, the pandemic was terrible, naturally occurring thing, but I feel like they kind of used that a lot for the grace of business and pushing small businesses out, bolstering big businesses, PPE loans, overall psychological effects of the populace, if not on purpose, they were disregarded. And yeah, it just all works to get more people more, not complacent, but that's the word I was looking for earlier, complacent. But be more willing to agree, docile, I suppose. And, it's sad, and LA's fighting back now, so good for them. Sucks that, there's always the sign, I didn't want to be here. I wanted to be on my couch, hanging out. But, here we are. Because of the times, those damn times, these damn times we're having, people. They're not good times. The Guardian has come out with this, kind of patting themselves on the back for exposing some bad surveillance tactics by the University of Michigan. So University of Michigan ends undercover surveillance contracts after the Guardian's revelations. Outcry after the report that private investigators had been trailing and recording pro-Palestinian protesters for months. The University of Michigan has canceled its contract for undercover investigators to surveil pro-Palestinian campus groups following outcry from the Guardian story revealed the private investigators had been trailing and recording students for months and published damning videos of one investigator's interaction with the student. Saying, quote, let's see who's being quoted here. President Domenico Grasso wrote in an email to students and faculty on Sunday night, quote, we recently learned that an employee of one of our security contractors has acted in ways that go against our values and directives. Going forward, we are terminating all contracts with external vendors to provide plainclothes security on campus, as it should be. That was me at the end quote, after campus. The investigators appeared to work for City Shield, a private security group based in Detroit, and some of their evidence was used by Michigan prosecutors to charge and jail students. The university, which has taken a particularly heavy-handed approach to suppressing student protests against Israel's war in Gaza, paid at least $800,000 between June 2023 and September 2024, flash in the pan, to City Shield's parent company, AmeriShield. The contract was part of at least $3 million in spending on higher education, consultants, and security in response to the protests. You know what would really stop the protests? Stopping what they're protesting about. I think that would be the best way to do it. Not surveilling them. Like, what are they surveilling? They're trying to catch them doing some other illegal shit so that they'll stop talking about the illegal shit that's happening abroad? What the fuck? America.com. How do we get in this pickle? I think we all know that. It is just insane. Yeah, oh man. Then the people like who do this, the private investigation sector, has got to be so like it's such a cake job right now. It's like, what do you? I looked at his Facebook. I looked at his whatever. Like, get a VOIP. Whatever. And there's like videos of the people, and it's terrible that, you know, these kids, they're in college, they're protesting, they're doing the right thing. In their minds, it's their cause to be out there protesting for. So I don't know what the big deal. Like, it sounds like a big waste of money as usual. For a brother Seamus to be on the case, like, come on, man. Don't be a dick. Just, I mean, remember when schools were just like places to learn and get a degree, and then you could get a job? Jeez, that was nice. That must have been nice to enjoy that part, that world, for when it existed. I had a chance, but, you know, I can't do math. No, that's not it. There's a lot of factors that went into me not going to college, but maybe I'll write a dissertation about that. That's not even the right word. College would have helped with that. Okay, one more story, since you guys asked nicely. And this one's just cuter than fuck. CBSNews.com has a story about a runaway zebra named Ed caught after a week on the run in Tennessee. And if you look at that, it's little Ed being airlifted. Oh my God. It's a zebra. He's being airlifted by a helicopter. Oh, it's so cute. So a runaway pet zebra. I just fucking love that people have a zebra as a pet too. Can I be your friend? Zebra owner? Can you ever really own a zebra? Well, Ed doesn't think so. Runaway pet zebra that was on the loose for more than a week in Tennessee was captured on Sunday. His owners and authorities said Ed the zebra, who became an internet sensation, was captured safely after being located in a pasture near a subdivision in the Christiana community in central Tennessee. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office confirmed Ed was airlifted and flown by helicopter back to a waiting animal trailer, that is. I have proper diction. The Sheriff's Office said in a statement, and there's a little bit closer up of there's Ed. Oh my God. Ed's owner, Laura Ford, told CBS News that the team from Texas helped capture him, and he is safe and 100% healthy. This has been a long, stressful week, and I'm so happy that it ended the way it did. And no one got hurt, she said. Video posted Bloop, bloop, bloop. By the sheriff's office shows Ed wrapped in a net with his head sticking out as he's carried by the helicopter to the trailer. So the zebra was spotted and filmed running along Interstate 24, forcing deputies to shut the roadway. But Ed escaped into a wooded area where there were several sightings posted on social media. Ed was filmed trotting through a neighborhood. The zebra quickly became a subject of internet memes. One fake posting showed Ed dining at a Waffle House, a southern staple. Others had him visiting other Tennessee cities or panhandling on the side of the road. The pursuit of Ed came a month after a runaway kangaroo shut down a section of Alabama interstate. So these wily wild animals just keep getting out and Ferris Buellering themselves days off, and God bless them for it. Gotta love them. It's hard in there, hard on the inside. The zoo, or maybe you're privately owned. You're someone's private zebra. That's fine. But, I mean, you want to get out there and experience it for real, for yourself, for your own four hooves. Hear the clippity-clop. And, yeah, I'm happy for Ed that he got found, he's safe, and he had that experience. So, big ups, Ed, from AD Nightly to you. We love you, buddy. The sound that zebras make, back at you. Don't want to assume what that noise is. And, yeah, that's it. Happy Monday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. This was a special episode. Kind of. Pretty normal, but